Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Poorly Drawn Sarah, named so because I draw things poorly. um, I'm not an artist. Let's just get that out of the way right away. But I am an artist because I decided that I was one day less than a week ago, and here you are watching me draw um, one of my daily Inktober drawings that has absolutely nothing to do with the official Inktober. I did take a break in the last video from spooky season stuff and drew Fat Chicken, and I think she went quite swimmingly, and by that I mean she was terrible, but that's okay. Today we're back to the spooky season theme, where I have drawn a pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern. I was trying to draw a stem. I went back and forth, you guys, between drawing like just like a clip art kind of, I don't know how to describe it, looking pumpkin, or to draw a realistic pumpkin, and then give it a jack-o'-lantern face. And being is that I don't have any skill or talent really, I decided to go with the realistic looking pumpkin, which you can see I didn't get it round. The bottom just kept being flat, and I would try to fix it. Also the stem. I think the stem would have turned out better if it had been a little thicker. It was just way too thin for the size of the pumpkin that I drew. But you know what? I tried. I was trying to do a thing. Maybe if I draw another one, I contemplated drawing another one today. But I don't know if I want to do the same drawing two in a row, so maybe I'll do another jack-o'-lantern later in the month. Still got about 2/3 of the month left, so I might try a jack-o'-lantern again later in the month and avenge myself. And by avenge myself, I mean I'll probably make it worse. But yeah, draw this pumpkin with the what color is that pencil? That pencil is, I have it right here with me, sorry, that's coral. And that's from my Castle Arts pencils. My pencils finally came. So I had a bunch of new pencils to work with. I'm happy to report they did not make me a better artist. So, Poorly Drawn Sarah lives on. I do have a lot more colors now, which I actually found a little bit overwhelming, going from the 48 Amazon Basics to the 120 Castle Arts, not sponsored. I actually at one point I kind of wished I'd gone to 72. Give myself a little bit of adjustment period, but that's okay. It's good to have more colors. And here I am drawing the face of the jack-o'-lantern. Just 2 carved eyes, nose, and a mouth. And I did do the teeth correctly. I'm very proud of myself for that. That is a technique that I learned from many years as a child of drawing pumpkins. And you draw the teeth into the smile so you don't have a line across them. Good job, Sarah. You actually did a thing. Not a big thing, not an important thing, but I did the mouth correctly. All right, and so it's time to start trying to fix. Oh, yeah, you can see where I tried to do some stuff with that stem, make it a little thicker, off camera, and I think I probably just made it a little bit worse, but it's a little better. It's not quite as thin. It's not as thick as I wanted it to be. I would say. But Jay, if you're watching this, you know what I was about to say right there. Okay, so back to the actual drawing. Family friendly, safe for work. Jack-o'-lantern drawing. All right, I drew these eyes, and I was gonna try and add depth to them. So I thought, because I have no training and I didn't even watch a video on how to do it, I would do a dark outline and then do the gray in the center, and it would add depth. I don't know why I thought that. That is not how depth works. I actually should have done it the opposite direction. So the gray around the edge and the black in the center. So that's one thing. If I do Jack-o'-lantern part 2, I will know for next time to do the gray around the edges and the black in the center if I try to add depth. Not entirely sure that going for realism with these drawings is the best idea. I don't know. But I'm trying. So, jack-o'-lanterns. Just so you guys know, I like the idea of jack-o'-lanterns. In real life, I don't want to say I hate them because I really like other people's jack-o'-lanterns. I cannot stand carving pumpkins. I feel like kind of bad for my kids because they kind of missed out on carving pumpkins as children unless they did them with like another parent or with like a youth group or with their grandparents because I cannot carve pumpkins. Like I cannot do the part. I almost gagged thinking about it. The part where you dig the guts and the seeds out from the middle of the pumpkin. I can't. I'm sorry, guys. I can't do that. I can't handle the part. I can't even think about it. So I'm not super big on like actual carving pumpkins. So it does bring me great joy to draw a pumpkin. And then these came along a little too late. My kids were too old for them, but they have those like foam pumpkins now that you can carve. That is such a neat idea, by the way, and especially great for people like me who have like serious texture issues. The foam pumpkins I haven't done one. I've bought them before. I haven't carved them. I've thought about it. I feel a little silly though, you guys, like being a middle-aged woman carving a foam pumpkin. But you know what? I'm a middle-aged woman drawing badly on the internet, so maybe I should carve a foam pumpkin for myself, even though like my kids are really kind of too old for it. Maybe they do it with me anyway, though. Maybe they'd humor me. I guess it wouldn't hurt to ask. Maybe I will buy some. Probably not this year. Put it on the list of things to do next year. And think about it. Oh, yeah, picked it to gray. Trying to add some depth to it. I don't know. Attempt was made. His smile. Like I said, I didn't do the greatest with the shading on the mouth, but I'm still, we got to take our wins where we can find them. All right, we're gonna go for the stem. So I think this is where I'm gonna have Ben transition to when we're done with the stem. All right, guys, and we're back with the orange. Oh, I gave up on that one real quick, didn't I? I don't know what was wrong with it. I can't remember now. There I am sorting through the 80 pencils that I'd taken out. Oh, I wanted to add definition to the creases in the pumpkin so I didn't lose them while I was coloring, because I think the pencil that I chose to color in was really close to the coral, or not. Well, the coral was much lighter. That would make sense. The coral was much lighter, and those lines were so important. They were so accurately placed. I had to make sure I didn't lose them. But it doesn't hurt to go ahead and go over them with the darker pencil, just to be sure I had them in before I started coloring in. Then I had to go back in, had to find the pencil that I was using before. Oh, I did it too. I think I did it. I think I nailed it. It might have been the only thing other than the mouth that I nailed this entire time, was like grabbing that correct orange. I was quite proud of myself too. If you'd been here, you'd have seen how proud I was of myself for getting the right one. Because again, I have like 20 pencils laid out over there for this drawing, and they weren't organized. Again, I have to remind you guys that I have very poor executive functioning and the organizational skills of a turnip. I'll need to draw a turnip at some point. Ooh, here's a fun fact for you. Maybe that's what we'll do soon. Jack-o'-lanterns originally, like historically, were not pumpkins. They were carved out of turnips. And if you ever go and like look at any pictures of them, it's kind of freaky. It's kind of freaky looking. Moving to the pumpkins was definitely the right option for, us as humanity. But the jack-o'-lanterns were originally carved out of turnips. And I always say that I have the organizational skills of a turnip. So maybe at some point during this month, we'll call it Spooktober, I will draw a horrible turnip and put a jack-o'-lantern face in it. That's great, guys. I had an idea for a video. I'm quite tickled with myself in this moment. All right, but this is just a lot of coloring in a fat orange pumpkin, so probably gonna have Ben skip ahead here a little bit again. Oh no, maybe not. This is me trying to fix the bottom of the pumpkin. Don't want to miss that. Oh, back to the coloring. Okay. I don't know. Should we skip? Should I make you sit here and listen to me ramble on and on about fixing the bottom of the pumpkin? I don't know, guys. What? Oh, there we go. Trying to fix it. And then I've got this one. There's 2 little stripes left. And then I don't actually remember, so I get to wait and see what I try to do next. Because I really did kind of round that off. Rounded the one side off too much, and then the lower left corner is too flat and squarey. Yep. That's where I tried to fix it. And I don't know that like adding more to that side was the correct solution, because that side was already a little too full. Yeah, I needed to bring the other side out and down a little bit more to kind of match that energy. And as my son pointed out, pumpkins aren't really perfectly round. So actually a pumpkin that grew in the field would be shaped like this. So we're going to tell ourselves that. I'm going to tell myself that. Oh, and I watched a video of somebody drawing a pumpkin. So when I tell you I never try to improve, that's probably a lie. But I'm trying to shade the center because that's what they did to make it look more realistic. I don't think I chose the right shade there though. I think I went too dark and too heavy. I should have gone like a shade lighter. And it's not like I don't have 8 different shades of orange with this set. I could have blended it out a little bit more. And then I am adding shading to the bottom and also trying to drag that rounded out. If I wish I could go back to my former self and be like, bring that down more, because I'm bringing it down more, but I'm not. I just don't quite. And then I'm adding more to that side. So I'm balancing it out on one side and then immediately going back and then unbalancing it on the other side. Ugh. But now I see what I did. So that's good. We're all learning together. It's a little learning moment. I went way too thick. Turn that into like a 999. That's okay. We'll just keep moving on. As I shade in the lines on the pumpkin a little bit better. Some of them actually started to look a little better and a little more realistic in my own super art knowledgeable position. But that one, she got kind of freaky. Here I am realizing that I hadn't really done a very good job with that darker spot, trying to fix it by adding, I suddenly realized that adding more wasn't going to help. So here I am trying to blend it a little more with a lighter color, bring it down a little bit more. I have absolutely no idea if this is actually how you do these things, but I kind of make them up in my own head as I go along, which probably why my drawings turn out the way they do. Eventually maybe I'll stumble on something that's actually how it works, or I'll watch a tutorial and maybe learn. But then what fun would that be for you guys? Oh, I got my marker. Oh, it's kind of tragic. I was so happy too about having the marker to like draw. Yeah. Guys, I was so happy about it. But the thing is, I can't draw a straight line, so I don't know why I thought I was going to be able to. I did all right. Of course, those were black, so outlining the eyes and the mouth didn't go too terribly poorly. The stem, I realized right away I had not done it all that great, so I sort of abandoned that. And then here I am thinking about whether I'm going to do the outline of the pumpkin and the lines on the pumpkin with the black marker, and then accurately deciding that I in fact was not going to do that. Here's the problem I have though. I grabbed a pencil to like try and define. Oh, that was bad. Anyway, I was grabbed a pencil to try and define those more, and I grabbed green instead of black. I was going to use a black pencil because I figured it'd be less harsh than the marker, more forgiving of mistakes. And I grabbed green, which is okay because I actually think it came out making it look a little bit more organic. This was like a happy little mistake. We talked about happy little mistakes the other day. The grabbing the green instead of the black was the universe's way of throwing me a bone here. I actually think it helped out. Oh, this is where I wanted to try even to dial up the realism even more and add a field spot to the pumpkin. I don't. It looks horrible. It looks like he has a scab or a sore or something, and I realized right away I was in over my head. I was just trying to draw a flaw, and it didn't work very well. And I instantly regretted it because it took the pumpkin. It took my like okay-ish pumpkin and really, I think, brought it down a notch. Oh, and then we're gonna do the outline of the pumpkin in black. That time I did actually grab the black pencil instead of the green. So, yay for doing something right. But thanks, you guys. Thanks for coming along and drawing. Oh, he's still trying to even it out. Sarah, you put a black line in there. What did you think you were gonna do? Come on. What are you? Okay. And we're gonna try and fix that some more. Didn't work. Didn't work, but we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a great day, guys.